shit up though.
What the fuck you idiot? Fucking shit up.
Set to go now on a prototypical rainy northwestern afternoon. And off we go from Seattle. It's a short kick, taken near the 18.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Yes, it is. Oh, I traded it. Oh, okay. Fuck, let's go. Alright, let's go. Sure.
Yes.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's the second-year man from San Diego State, Rashad Penny. Trey Kirkpatrick, the cornerback, up to make the stop.
Go back. Let me know when you gotta use the cloud, okay?
Okay.
It is loud and it is wet here, Coach, as we welcome you inside CenturyLink Field on a patented rainy afternoon in Seattle, Washington. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. Set to go now on a prototypical rainy northwestern afternoon. And off we go from Seattle.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Get off the field. Slam. Alert.
Good touch.
Wilson leaves this one with Penny. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Well, the Bengals and Seahawks meeting here in Week 1, and this is a combination that we haven't seen that often on the turf. If you look back to when the franchises began facing each other all the way back in 1977. But since then, just 20 meetings between the two teams. And the Bengals have won 11 of them, including the last meeting back in October of 2015. From the 44, Wilson. Flush to his right. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
Let's go.
Penny, a first down carry. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Check nickel.
Check. Gun. Start.
Now the former Notre Damer, this is C.J. Procise. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Drop deep.
On second down, here's Penny. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Now, that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Watch the ship. Hey,
Zero. Gun.
choose the mark.
They'll run with Penny. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Completes it to Dixon. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Double tight, double tight. Hey.
Good job right there.
Four down. Hey, watch 16, boys.
Penny will try to punch it in. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
Another try for Penny. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10 at their own 22. This is Joe Mixon, 4th in the NFL in rushing last season. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Dalton looking deep down. He's got a man, complete. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A.J. Green. 72 yards as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. When A.J. Green is on the field, you never know what you're going to get, but it's usually exciting, and that was certainly exciting.
He's an elite route runner, has big-time speed, tremendous body control, and I love the way he reacts to the ball in the air. He locates the ball a lot faster than the defensive backs. It makes plays on them, and they often turn out really, really good for Cincinnati Bengals.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They'll try the right side here with Penny. And pretty good pursuit there defensively. He's brought down, no gain on the play. 2nd down coming up. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Hey, we got 4 down.
Now it's Wilson, flushed out right.
What the fuck are y'all doing?
That's where you belong.
Green 80.
Watch 2. Go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first.
Check back.
What the fuck's not going to get it right?
From midfield now, here's Wilson. Dancing to it. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Now it's Wilson. And it's hauled in by Nick Vanette. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
That's it. Big hit.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football, as they've got it 2nd down and 11. On 2nd down, Mixon. And the result here the same as the last play. Another tackle behind the line of scrimmage by this Seahawk defense. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. It was Trey Flowers that time who got a hand in and broke it up.
Well, Brandon, all receivers are trying to make sure that the defender thinks they're going to the middle of the field when they're running the out cut. On that play, didn't get it done very well because that one was batted down.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Move! Hey, echo!
Mike 54.
Coming to you.
So they are going for it. Now Dalton, and able to find Green. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process.
Hey. Nice.
Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. And this is caught by Martavis Bryant. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. They'll run on 1st down. Mixon. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around. A 1st down as well. Here's Dalton.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Mike's by four. That's right, baby. They don't want it.
1st and 10 for Dalton. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run
under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. The former #1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney, drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. No move to get the offense off the field here. They've converted once on this drive. On 4th, they'll go again and try it once more.
Hey, no, look, hey, we got Mike 50, Mike 50, huh? Keep it up, defense, keep it up, guys.
They're going to try and throw. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. Now the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. Well, that, my friend, I guess is the definition of a head-scratcher. 4th and long, this stage of the game. What were they doing?
I just have to believe that he looked at the situation, still in the first half, decided if there's a time to be aggressive, now was it, because there's still time to make up for it if things don't go right. Of course, a lot of questions on this one, and look, I want to go for it as much as anyone.
But 4th and long?
Yeah, I don't think I would have there. That one seemed a little bit on the irrational side.
Fans might be a little angry at that one.
Let's go. Come on, run to the ball. You got
7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
One of the surprises of the first round, the Seattle Seahawks selecting running back Rashad Penny out of San Diego State. Highly regarded, but most people thought he would go in the 2nd round.
But he did have an incredible senior year at San Diego State. Over 2,200 yards, 23 touchdowns.
He resembles Marshawn Lynch in build, but has the ability to take it the distance as well. Had 7 kick returns during his career at San Diego State for touchdowns.
And this will be a long field goal if the skies were clear, but here in the rain and the elements, they'll go for it on 4th. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. It's caught right side, Dixon. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Wilson going to hand it to Pro-Size. Sean Williams that time in on the stop. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Check pass. Check pass.
SOS.
Run it.
SOS. Watch the end.
Up.
Wilson turns and gives to Pro-Size. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. There he goes right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. How about that for a little jolt right before intermission?
You talk about taking momentum into the half with you, and so many teams have an emphasis on trying to score in the last 2 minutes of a half to carry that with them. It's not often talked about scoring on defense, though. That's extra mo.
And now they may take the lead into the locker room as well. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. So that one will be accepted.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The Seahawks on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, Wilson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is taken at about the 14. Twisting away. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Meanwhile, down in Dallas, an update from there. And it's the Cowboys that have moved out to an early advantage. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Dalton. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Jadeveon Clowney able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got...
And the pressure gets to him again. Jadeveon Clowney able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. Now it's Mixon running right. And he's into the clear. He's at the 30, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, 81 yards. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is taken near the 13. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Eluding the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Throwing is Wilson. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Going deep downfield for Ross. It got his man complete. A big play there for Cincinnati. 53 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Dalton. Escaping the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up. 2nd and 10. Now Joe Mixon. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That second down play nets a -4. 3rd and long. What will Dalton dial up? He's got his man here. It's Green. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 21.
368. They go 368. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Switch.
Dalton, 1st and 10. Buying time to his left. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
54, right 54. Focus, defense, focus.
On 2nd down now, Mixon. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 11 yards there, first down.
Hey. Come. Regular.
Dalton here from the gun. Green's open, and he's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A.J. Green. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Steps away to his left. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Put your pajamas on. Put your pajamas on.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up there. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Friday. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position.
44. Here you go. 49. Check 49. Check 49.
A first down throw coming for Dalton. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. He rifles one that's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point. And a good effort on the return there gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They had the double-digit lead at halftime, and they have continued to roll. They're hard to stop right now.
I think what we're seeing is an example of a team that has it figured out in this ball game. And whatever the adjustments are the defense has made, hasn't slowed them, hasn't phased them at all. They either anticipated them or they've been so far ahead that they just can't catch up.
Now it's just a search to add to the lead. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Passing, it's Dalton. Going deep for Eifert. And that is incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Hey. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Go. Mike's 50.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Going deep downfield. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. On 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
The drive starts with C.J. Procise. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now on 2nd and 13. Wilson, I don't know what was going on there, but the end result, this is going to be a safety. Well, I'm not totally privy to what went on with their offensive meetings, but, Charles, something tells me that one wasn't in the play.
Yeah, when we had our production meeting, they didn't exactly share that with us, but I'm pretty sure that on the play sheet, the run backwards into your own end zone play was not written down.
There we go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this? And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Mike 50. We own them. Hey, Charlie. Nice.
Andy Dalton. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
What?
On the run, it's Mixon. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
Throw from Dalton, taken in by Eifert. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
6 guys.
Here you go. 93, 52, 93, 44, 44. Here you go.
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. He'll let this go in zone for Green. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Trey Flowers picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Pretty cool. Turn it up.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. And they don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
Zebra. Watch two. Here we go, D. All day. Defense, all day.
Wilson gives to Procise on the delay. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Green 80. Check.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Getting the sack, the big D tackle, Geno Atkins.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick, and he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken about the 12. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They go lead option with Wilson. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now Rashad Penny. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. Well, he had 2 sacks earlier. Now he has 4 total tackles for a loss after that play. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Marcus Allen. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
On first down, Nixon. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
368.
From the 22, Dalton. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Andy Dalton with his 3rd touchdown pass of the game. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Bullock good on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And the kick goes outside the white lines. That's why the flag comes out.
Yes, and that was an error by the kicker, and it will give the offense great starting field position.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Wilson. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Carl Lawson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
14.
The Seahawks will go for it. It's Wilson going for Metcalf. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. William Jackson with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. They were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down. Throwing on first down, Dalton.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Dalton. Out left side here to Bryant. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 26. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Dalton under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Bobby Wagner, the former 2nd rounder out of Utah State, with a sack.
Regular. Hands up.
Not running. Dalton wants to throw. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 13-yard line. Dalton now to pass. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
There's no doubt in my mind.
Did you hear that? Did you hear the...
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. I actually hear a tune being warbled.
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
Extra point up and good by Bullock, and that will extend this big lead. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is taken near the 13. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
On third down, Wilson. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Bengals grab it.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
It's our time. It's our time. Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Regular. Over here.
All right, let's see what Dalton can do after the fumble recovery. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 23 yards on the play.
Let's go.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. This is caught. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. On second and goal, one man stands in the backfield, and that's Mixon.
I'm coming after you.
Hey, box drop.
Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Come on, D.
Oh, passing it. Dalton to the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. But now it's third and goal.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Here's Bullock now for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on first down. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now.
Mike 50, Mike 50. Cut. Hey, alert. Mike's 50.
Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. He's going to rifle one deep. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Tedrick Thompson picks it. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
Waiting. It's just me and you.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And this is caught at the 8. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. So on 4th down, here's Jason Myers for the Seahawk field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for Cincinnati, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they will head back home next week.